Alright, what's up, guys? So, here's the thing. I want to play the new game Starfield, right? And there's a part of me that's not letting me play this game. And I'm seeing everybody talking about it. I'm seeing everybody having fun with it. And it was like that even with Elden Ring. It was like that with what are some other games out there. But the thing is, though, about these games is that they have insects in them. I don't like insects. I don't like any type of insect. And I know to some people where they don't fully understand like that, like, cause I know like there's arachnophobia mods and stuff, and I know that more so caters to like the spiders in video game, but that don't cater to all the like insect like creatures in video games. Cause I'm saying even so, for those that I feel like if you're a part of the gaming community, you overall know that the same people that made Starfield, the same people that made Fallout. And that's the game. So actually, you know what? No, let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory. Let me give you guys a little bit of a story time on how this arachnophobia stuff even started. So, anyways, it was like this was years ago, but I remember I was over at my grandfather's house, right? And my uncle, he at the time being, he played a lot of different video games. Like a lot of the games I know of today is because of that man. So, anyways, he was playing Fallout. Now, I think when he was playing it, he was in a bunker and he was going up against some like zombie-like people, right? So that's what I had saw. And he was telling me about the game, and you know, and he wasn't really telling me about like no insects or any of that stuff. But at the time being, I don't think stuff like that had really bothered me until like, you know, it was like a couple of jump scares later. Then yeah, you know, that stuff started bothering me. And so anyways, and that's why I think like where it's like a lot of times like they need to stop making this stuff look so scary, because it's like it looks scary. I'm like, fam, I don't want to even play the game. But anyways, so I remember I asked for Fallout 3 for Christmas. And I was playing it, and I had no issues with that game when I had started playing it. In fact, like, I remember when they had the rad roaches, like them giant roaches in the game, I had no issues with those rad roaches, right? Because it wasn't, like, they didn't have it where them things would just jump out and, you know, and, like, just scare the life out of you and stuff, right? So, anyways, I remember I went through those roaches, no issues. And then I think it was the bloat flies that like had got to me. And I know some people about like, bro, the rad roaches didn't get to you, but them bloat flies did. I'll explain. But anyways, when you don't really know, because that was Fallout 3, that was my first time ever playing that game. So I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know how to play the game, any of that stuff. So when you're just out and about walking around, all of a sudden bloat fly just comes flying up, and it like, you don't be expecting it, jump scare. And I'm trying to think, then they had it where there was like some other like stuff in the game, and I remember the fire ants. Yeah, I remember the one kid, he kept running up to me talking about like his parents was being attacked by some fire ants. I tried, and it was like, but the thing is, I think, and I wish that they would have started that game off a lot different. And I'm like, maybe if they would have started that game off differently, knowing like people are gonna have this fear, my thing is this: have it like, if I would have been like the writer or whatever behind Fallout, I'm like, okay, instead of just giving a person a BB gun and then telling them to survive, or having it where they just have like a little gun, I'm like, nah, bro, I need like a rocket launcher, I need assault rifles, I need something that's gonna do damage, disintegrate whatever it is that is bothering me. Alright, so I'm not gonna let that person. I understand it's supposed to be a survival game, but at the same time, I'm like, look at the situation. Do you honestly think that a person in a situation like that, where they know what's waiting for them on the outside of that bunker, do you really think they're gonna go out there with just a little pistol? No, you're gonna go out there with some weapons, alright? In reality, if Fallout 3 was a reality, I know I'm not leaving. I could care less if my dad left that bunker. I know I'm not leaving that bunker. I'm like, hey, look, whatever my dad did, that is on him. But I'm not leaving that bunker. So, anyways, yeah, I played a little bit of Fallout 3, but it was like, and then that was the thing where it's just, I felt so trapped when playing that game. Like, the only, because there was like that one little town area that had like that nuke in the middle of it and stuff. That was the only area that I had went to. I went there, and I think I went to some person's house, but other than that, I was like, bro, I was like, I tried to get my sister and my cousin to both play that game, and they was like, they wasn't fooling with it, because it was games that they didn't play. And I'm thinking to myself like, well, bruh, how am I gonna get through this game? And so yeah, I just Fallout 3, I was like, with all the like insect like creatures that they had in there, it was just, the rat roaches. Eventually the rat roaches had started bothering me, and then the bloat flies, they already was bothering me, then the fire ants. It was just the way that they had those things looking. I'm like, bruh, I don't get why stuff like that has to be added into video games. Like, I don't know why it has to be, because it's like, my thing is this: if you watch those videos of where people, they'll be like off up in Australia and they be having like a bowl and maybe a knife. I think one guy, he did have like a bowl and a knife, and he was all like trying to like get some like big old giant spider. It's like, bro, that's an actual one. Now, my thing is this: I get it's a video game, I get that it can't really harm me, it can't do anything to me, but I'm like, fam, and even outside of Fallout, other games, because I remember the one game, Anthem, they had like some insect like creatures in there, and bro, when I tell you, like, I would sweat when I was playing that game. I would sweat. There's some I think there was like a more newer game, they don't really do nothing to it anymore, but Outriders. I don't even know how I had got through that game. I don't know what I was doing at that time to where I had got through that game. But yeah, they had like some spider like or no, they had spiders in there and stuff. It wasn't spider like. No, they were full blown spiders. And my thing is this: I'm like, bro, why? And it trips me out how like when I'll be looking through games, because like for those that don't know, I stream, so I'll be having to like look for a lot of different games to play, because I don't just sit down and just play one game. Like, I want to get into a bunch of different games, right? Go and see some game looks good, and then all of a sudden spiders in it or some insect like creature, and I'm thinking to myself like, bruh, this doesn't even look like a game that involves insects. Why is that in there? There was this one game that I remember I had reacted to on my main channel, and no, I was all like, oh, okay, this game looked like it's gonna be good and stuff. And no, it was like I was invested. All of a sudden, they started showing some like insect or spider-like creatures. I'm like, well, that just made me not want to play the game. But that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, bro, like that's how bad my arachnophobia is. It ain't like it's on, because I know most people will look at it and just be all like, bro, just play the game. Like just disregard. And I'm like, fam, I'm pretty sure if there was something out there that you didn't like or that you didn't, yeah, you would trip about that. So it ain't something that I could just wipe out of my mind. Yeah, I wish I could go see it. One of those people that could hypnotize me and get that arachnophobia mess out my head. But until then, fam, there are games that I want to play that I cannot play. That's why I didn't really play Hogwarts Legacy. And I know that they had added a mod in there, but it's like, bruh, they got it where it's like, it's the, like, a body like spider wearing some Timbs. And I'm like, bro, y'all could have replaced it with any other enemy in the game. Why, bro? Just like it's stuff like that where I'm like, I get, because I know like when I remember I was like reading about that with Hogwarts Legacy when they showed spiders, and I'm like, okay, I want to play this game, all right, I want to play it. Is there a possible way of avoiding those spiders? And then people was like, no, like you gonna have to go through the forest and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I guess. And then, but no, I did see where somebody had added a mod, but then it's like now they having it where it's like they make noises. And I'm like, bro, I don't want them making noises. I don't want nothing. I just want that stuff to be muted. I don't care if it's a box, but I'm like, bro, it's like, don't have it in there where you gonna make this stuff look all creepy, sound creepy and all that. Because it's like, bro, there is people out there, people like, look. And that's talking to developers, that's talking to the fans, that's talking to anybody. I'm like, look, you guys got to understand that there is people out there with bad phobias, with whatever it is. And I know there's people that'll say like, oh, well, I have like a snake phobia and I played this game. Oh, well, I have a phobia of cars, but I played Forza. I have, and I'm like, look, you're just a stronger person than I am. But me, I'm like, nah, bro, there needs to be like a mod where it's like, these creepy, because my thing is this: if they have it in there when like Call of Duty, for an example, right? And as much as I don't like the Call of Duty games, but that's one thing that I can say that is somewhat appreciated with their games, is when they say there's a lot of gore, mature stuff in this game, would you like to turn that off? I think they've had that, or no, it was actually Modern Warfare, the old Modern Warfare 2, where it was that no Russian mission where they give you that chance and opportunity to skip it in case of stuff like that is too traumatizing to you. I can appreciate that. But when it's like, if it's just forced to be in there and it's like, okay, I have an issue with that type of stuff, then it's like, yeah, that's not going to make me want to play future games if I know that's what the game is going to be about. So I'm saying, it's like, my thing is this: if I'm one of the developers behind Starfield or Fallout or whatever games out there that exist, I would add an arachnophobia mod where it's like, okay, we'll just replace the enemies with I don't know, something else in the game. All right. And maybe if it's all like, okay, like to really accommodate, I don't know, but it's like maybe have it where they don't get as much XP, something. But I'm like, just have it where it's like, okay, I could care less about that. I'm more so just playing the game for the story. I don't care about the XP. If I gotta play the game a little bit longer because I have this arachnophobia mode thing on, okay, so be mode, mod, whichever it needs to be. But I'm like, yeah, bro, it's something where I'm like, I just don't like playing games and they have stuff like that in there. Like I remember I had because I wanted to do that, and I was like, I wanted to play Fallout 76, but then I was like, that kid, and this is like now in my adult years and stuff. And I remember I went out and bought that game. I bought the game digitally. I should have just went and bought the game on disc, because I was like, I don't even play the game like that anymore. But yeah, I was like, I went ahead, bought the game, and then just everything was like, bro, it was just that I was traumatized. I'm like, man, I would like to sit down and play these games. It's just when they have like these creepy insect creatures in there, I'm like, bro, that's not gonna make me want to play the game. There's a lot of games where I done played, and then because they have some insect-like creatures, I'm like, nah, bro, can't play it. Sorry. I'm like, I wish the developers the best, but I'm like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I'm really trying to like work my way up to build like playing Starfield, because I really like, no, the thing is this, I have the Xbox Game Pass membership, which means I could play that game for free. And I'm like, fam, I feel like this is a chance, an opportunity to really experience a history, like, like making game and stuff, because I don't know what the future holds for this game. And it's like a lot of people have been talking good about it, and I've been seeing all these different videos. I'm like, bro, I want to have a game where I could just sit down and play it and have fun. But I'm like, bruh, if they gonna have all these insect-like creatures, it's just, I really, the thing is this, to the developers, I really do hope that they come out with some like mode or mod where it can, like, I guess like help out people like myself. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, man, it's gonna probably be a while before I play that game. I'm like, I'd like to play it one day. I'll even go out and buy it. But it's like, yeah, it's just something where I'm like, I just wish that they would have had something to accommodate people with arachnophobias and stuff. So I know it's a lot, for the developers to do those types of things. But yeah, I'm saying, like, I don't know. For me, at least, I'm like, I personally wish that they would add something like that. And if they don't, so be it. I'm not going to, like, hate on the game over it and stuff. I actually will have nothing but nice things to say about the game, even if I didn't play. Because it was even the same thing with Elden Ring. Elden Ring, they had, like, some, like, insect-like creatures in there. And I was like, I never played it, but I heard good things about it. So when and they ask me, I'm all like, I heard nothing but good things about that game. I guess, like, if you have an arachnophobia and stuff, and insects bother you, then yeah, then don't fool with it if it bothers you that much. But other than that, if stuff don't bother you, go out, play the game. Let me know how it is and stuff. But yeah, because I ain't got nothing but nice things to say. So, but anyways, yeah, hopefully something happens. But if not, then yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, just gonna have to deal with it. So. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.